Sure, Katya didn't die while falling from the tree. I believe they then we tried to find him afterwards, couldn't find him anywhere. Then I remember Click was got knocked out by something. I can't remember off the top of my head what it was. And then we kept trying to scry and find Push, but he's in a tree. And then we learned that these druids can like teleport between trees, and we're like, ah, damn it, trying to find him again now. So that's what I remember.
Okay. Um, to fill in the gaps, Click was knocked out when this cloud of yellow spores uh, was
Poof.
yes was uh, drifting out as a miasma from something in Push's room. Katya carried Click and another person living in the tree out to fresh air, was able to revive them. They mentioned having dreams about flying in the plane of air. Both of them did. Uh, you guys retired to the Green Dragon Inn with the book that you guys found in Push's room. Katya had a big glass of wine and as much food as she could fill herself on. Uh, I assume you guys long rested, unless you all wanted to get up to some shenanigans.
I have nothing to get up to.
Okay, so we join the.
I've got a quick question, Logan.
Yep.
Do I have time to, or did I already investigate the book again that I have?
So you have looked thoroughly at this book, and it's like your magical training comes from uh your patron and your innate talents. You would think that to understand some of the arcane notes and stuff, it's a lot of it is kind of like Archimedes and Leonardo da Vinci's writing, where it's kind of written in a weird code, not necessarily the words, but like it'll reference baking when and like why would this
Oh,
it seems a bit nonsensical.
this is Full Metal Alchemist.
So you think you might need to get some outside help with this.
You said baking?
Yeah, it's weird. You open up this book and you had this feeling when you grabbed it off the shelf that this was the important book, but there's sections about baking. There all kinds of recipes. It talks about the certain times of season in the Southern Horn Mountains, how certain flowers grow due to humidity and stuff like that. It's like, yeah, and then there are other passages that do make sense because they're talking about arcane traditions, but it seems like very disjointed and not connecting to everything overall.
Now, um, now remind me, since these people have been gone quite a while, was it Wes that did the baking stuff, or was that a different
That was Cookie.
Cookie?
uh
Okay, that was a
yeah,
different. That was the Halloween thing, wasn't it?
yeah. So
Okay.
Wes played Sinjak, the
But
reawakened
yeah,
guardian.
yeah. Okay.
He didn't
Well,
play Sinjak, he played Sobek.
Sobek, yes.
Okay, so we
All
tune
right.
in.
So I look at it and I'm like, I don't understand this. I don't cook anything. Basically.
Yeah, basically it's like there are definitely passages that pertain to arcane knowledge, and those you can get, but it doesn't seem to connect with any other parts of the book.
Okay.
Because yeah, why is there baking in here?
Making a Philosopher's Stone. Well, you're going to bake a cake, Ian?
why don't you ask the the barmaid if they have anybody that can prepare it for you if you know what
Well,
to tell
because
them?
nobody else knows I really have this book.
Do we know?
No.
No.
Oh, well then I will shut up.
Yeah, Oliver definitely doesn't know, but the rest of the people do not see him pocket it.
I have to bake a cake song in my head now.
Hey, just because I have low intelligence does not mean you can use it against me.
It's
Well,
fucking
that's okay.
bake a cake.
I have a low intelligence too.
If
But
you-
I'm pretty.
Yeah, the kobold apparently has one of the highest intelligence of the party somehow. So yeah, go figure.
Yeah, except when Maze is around.
True.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the only thing that I have going for me is I'm gorgeous. Nothing like a +5 to charisma.
There, you're living on the bubble.
All right, so we are just heading to bed, I guess, right?
Yep. Let's roll d20. Everybody gets their separate rooms, right?
I thought we still shared some.
Okay, who's sleeping with who?
I can if you want to, or I can have a separate room if you want to.
Well, I
It's no
think
different.
normally, doesn't Kat sleep with Meepo? Just so
Yeah.
she can keep an eye on him?
Why do you keep an eye on me? That's slander.
I think you're right, but I'm not sure.
Which would mean that I would be with Click and Oliver being kind of the outsider still would probably be alone.
Oh yeah,
Savage.
I don't know you guys well enough yet.
Throw the man out.
We are not throwing him out.
You are emotionally.
So, all right, who's sleeping where?
So Meepa and Kat,
Okay.
Click and Levi, and then Oliver's on his own.
Okay, that makes
Yes.
sense. All right. Okay.
It's always scary.
Because Sobek's still in the bag, right?
Sobek is at the White Spire with Maze.
With Maze. Okay.
Yeah.
In the bag. Or at least last
Pro-
time we knew he was in the bag.
He is currently propped up against a wall. Maze is trying to reactivate Sobek, but not sure what caused him to turn off. Like something strange with his core. The night passes peacefully as you all wake up, except for that the big carriage that went by Meepo's room.
Except for the big carriage. Yeah. Joseph.
I thought that was just Meepo snoring.
Possible.
Oh, it's Katya. She's not here. We can pick on her.
Oh, okay. And we know that she won't listen to the recording.
Yeah.
So, you all wake up fully rested, all your slots, all your health back. What do you guys do? I'm mostly going to let you guys drive this session.
We eat.
Okay. Going down to the common area, it's a standard continental breakfast. There seems to be a hash made with potatoes and onions and peppers, as well as a side of some sausages as the main course.
Sausage.
Yep. Katya and Meepo basically swap plates. Katya eats all the hash, Meepo eats all the sausage.
Fair trade.
So I guess we should discuss next steps.
Well, we're definitely or I'm definitely not going near that tree again, and that push guy.
Well, didn't Click say that he's gone? Like he's in some mountain range?
He better stay gone.
I think that's what I said.
That is what you said.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So he's definitely gone, and I am concerned that he would come back because we have his book. It's like I don't know if this was important or not, but he didn't take it with him, so I guess it wasn't important. You see Katya holding a leather journal.
Does it say anything?
Well, it's all in Elvish, and I tried to read it last night, but I kind of lost attention because most of it was, just it's June 5th. The sun was shining today. Saw 3 birds.
Like you said, it was important. If it was important, he would have taken it with him.
Right. I mean, I haven't read all the way through it though, so.
Yeah. I don't know if he'd leave something that important just sitting out.
Do you want me to take a look at it?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I
Alright.
will grab it and I will
Uh,
turn to the last sections of the book.
Okay. Make a. Make a general intelligence check.
Oh, sure. I just told you my intelligence was low.
It's more of I just want to see how long you can hold your attention on this book.
Oh. 8.
8.
You know, read book good.
So, reading the absolute last page, it's like, fair weather, 27th, 1436. It's like the army is moving out today. It will finally get quiet around here. Word on the street is they'll get to Neverwinter in a few weeks. But first they have to go through the Sword Mountains.
Okay, I will shut the book and hand it back to her and say, I don't think there's anything in here.
Okay, I'm still gonna hold on to it. It's like we also got this jar of dirt. I don't know why he had lots of jars of dirt. It's like I just kind of grabbed stuff as I was running out of there, carrying Click. Because I'm sorry, Click. I should have been more careful and not activated whatever he left for us.
I'm sorry. Could you say that again for me, please?
Katya is apologizing for activating whatever trap was in there that caused you to go unconscious.
Oh, it's no worries at all. I have had plenty of experience with, just passing out, whether it's from blood loss, concussion blows, or toxins.
Yeah, and I'm not happy that I was the cause of one of those. So, still,
It's
How
slightly
long
more
until the brain
comforting to know
damage?
that a friend was the cause of it than an enemy trying to kill me.
You've had plenty of times?
Well, yeah.
I wonder how long till the brain damage sets in.
You seem so okay with it.
I
Hope
mean,
it's a choice.
it's not something that's beyond my control, and I still have a goal that I plan on seeing through to the end, so it's not going to deter me from it.
Hit him over the head again.
I'm trying to learn from it.
Well,
and I don't know if he was trying to kill us with that. Because, like, you went unconscious, and
And
I
he
think-
paralyzed you and dropped you from a tree. I don't see how this was intended. It's non-lethal.
well, no, he only tried to drop Cat from the tree. And
I think he wanted to kill Katya.
He probably would have dropped me, but
Well, here's the weird part. He said that he was sorry and that I found out too soon and that he hoped Levi would catch me.
He didn't want to kill you, but he had to kill you. That could imply sarcasm and hope they catch you.
I don't know.
Maybe he wanted you to drop and kill us by hitting us over the top of the head. The guy falling boulder.
I didn't consider that.
Or he was just had a sense of irony.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Or maybe he just wants to be left alone with the gem he stole from us.
Wait. Oh, right. We did ask Serenetta for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
This is so complicated. It's like I don't know what's going on.
I don't know. I think you just gotta punch him really hard next time you see him with your sword in his face hole.
I ain't gonna give him the time to do that.
Stabby, stabby.
Stabby, stabby. So what do we do? Because
Find him again, stab him.
well, where is he? How do we chase
That's
him?
part of finding part. That's why I said find him.
And here's another question: how do we chase him?
We find where he is, go there and kill him before he runs away.
Yeah, but if he can go through trees, how do we catch up?
By finding where he has to stop at some point, right? Or we could just start burning down all the trees. I mean, these are possible answers.
That's not a good. I don't think that would work, Meepo.
I mean, he can only go to the big trees, right? The important trees or whatever they're called, right? And he can't literally go to any tree in the world, right?
I don't know.
I would assume he could probably go the big main trees. We should burn those down.
I don't know.
What
We should-
determines a main tree?
I don't know. It's really big. Like people living in it.
I've only seen one tree like that, Meepo, so I don't think it can just be that tree.
There might be more. I don't know. Regardless, we should go burn that one down anyway.
I disagree, says Katya. That the druids live there. I don't think they'd be happy with us.
Well, they should have thought that before they harbored a thief, evil thief guy.
Did they know?
I don't know. I figure it should have been pretty obvious when the tree was turning pink or corrupt or whatever. That something was corrupting it.
Wait, do the druids even know?
If we can tell, how couldn't they tell?
I don't know.
Maybe all the druids are in on it. Do we need to kill all the druids?
God, I hope not.
Better get busy.
No.
There's a lot of druids to kill.
No.
Burn their trees down.
No.
Torch.
I don't know. Do you think the druids are in on it with this push guy?
I mean,
Well, either they're incompetent or they're in cahoots.
what do you think, Click?
I'm not sure what to think. I used to think I understood a lot of things, but there's just so much information that I'm having trouble making sense of it. And with the type of decision that we're being asked to make, I'm really nervous about making the wrong one. And unfortunately, as I've been thinking about the abilities Serenetta has blessed me with, unfortunately, I'm having trouble understanding what combination to use to best try and discern all of this.
Levi's sarcastically, because he overhears this, mentions something about, well, why don't you ask your God?
We could do that again today, says Katya in a non-sarcastic tone.
Unfortunately, the bond that I have with Serenetta as of now only allows me to ask relatively simple questions, such as yes or no related questions.
Okay.
I haven't figured out yet how to connect with her in such a way that I can ask a more open-ended style of questions.
Okay.
And even then, just because she is a goddess doesn't mean that she necessarily knows everything.
Yeah. No, it's like Lathander says. I'm sure Lathander would say something about self-reliance and keeping the light inside myself.
I think she would say kill the druids.
How about we talk to the druids?
Oh, how did talking work last time?
It wasn't much of a conversation before he threw me over.
Yeah.
What if we just talk to them on the ground?
Great, so they can then paralyze you and take you up there and throw you over.
What about you, Oliver? You've got fresh eyes on all of this.
I could turn you into a toad.
I was trying to think of being more of an urban tracker. Being out in the forest is really not my forte, and I was trying to think of how to track down somebody who can just go from tree to tree. Unless we could do the same, and unless I don't think we have a fly spell or anything like that could allow us to basically travel via the treetops.
We do technically have access to some teleportation circles. Like the
What?
white spire might let us use their network. Or if there's another druid powerful enough, maybe they can let us travel through a tree with them. I don't know. We still have to find Push.
Well, that's why we have a scryer.
I don't know. I don't know if we actually have to find him.
Well, what do you think we need to do?
Leave him alone?
But he has the big Mythalar. That's super powerful.
Yeah, and he looks like a dragon.
Oh, wait. Does he have the Mythalar, or is he working with the dragon? Because I think Serenetta said like they're connected. It's like, are we dealing with a druid and a dragon?
Probably just shape changing. Or either a dragon, he's probably a dude shape changing into a dragon.
If we were to use the scry, does that just tell us where he may be now or where he may be going? I don't know what kind of information we can get from that.
What does it look like when you scry, Click?
Are you meaning like what I see, or?
Well, it's like Oliver doesn't understand it. I kind of don't understand myself. I haven't ever been able to scry. So when you scry, what happens?
So when I scry, let's just go ahead and let's just go ahead and assume that I'm scrying on an individual. So, depending on how well I know this person, could determine how difficult it is to actually locate them, assuming they're on the same plane of existence. And then what happens is I have my bowl that I fill with water, and I say the incantation while swirling my finger around it. And at some point, while I'm looking at it, it's almost like I'm looking through a set of binoculars. Like the world around the physical me kind of just disappears or becomes a little hazy. And then all I can see is who I'm trying to find in that bowl of water. And from my understanding, I don't think anybody else can see. It's just me. And then I'm able to keep tabs on that individual. And unfortunately, the scry only allows me to see that individual and just a little bit of the space around them. Like, it's not like I can see from their point of view, and it's not like I can change the orientation of what I'm looking at. I'm kind of fixed as to what I see.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we can see Push, but we can't, like, beyond looking around from the spot that you're watching him from, you won't be able to see much.
Yeah, exactly.
Can
Okay.
you?
Now, if he
can
walks
you
around,
hear
that
him?
could definitely help. Because the sensor that I use, or that would appear, would move with him.
Okay.
Can you hear him?
I can.
Can you speak to him?
No.
Oh.
Unfortunately. Now, I could speak to him using a different spell, but
Can we fuck with him?
maybe not the best.
Can we just annoy him into submission? Like, just 3 a.m., just make the loudest possible noise you can.
Maybe not the best idea.
Even scry while you do it, because it'll be funny to watch him. Maybe we could, like, describe what he's doing so he knows he's being watched at all times.
Maybe not the best idea,
Just
because
make
then he might be a little more cautious. And there are ways of preventing somebody from scrying onto another.
Make him endlessly paranoid.
The whole point of scrying is to not be known that you're doing it.
I still want to make noises, though. Make him literally unable to sleep till he dies of exhaustion.
Well, you can always go ahead and serve your own deity and see if they would bless you with the ability of scrying.
Fair enough. That sounds like too much work.
Hey Logan, since you've known Eric for longer, is Eric the one that's in school that's always the one causing, college waking up people at 3 a.m. in the morning, running down the hallway?
No. No.
God, no.
No, Eric is definitely the person who he's. You play Meepo like you like to play characters that like to poke.
Okay.
I do.
So if there was a sign that says "Don't poke the bear," I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
9 out of 10 characters that Eric would play would take would remove the NT of "Don't poke the bear."
Indeed.
I don't know, guys. It's like
So, scry him, find him, kick his ass before he runs away.
okay, but are we going to use the White Spire, or are we going to talk to the druids and maybe get a teleportation from them?
What are the? I mean, what are the odds that there's a White Spire teleport near where he is, though? I mean, like, we don't.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like when I was in the army, like people would talk about the White Spire has towers based in most of the noteworthy cities.
Dude, he's a druid. He wouldn't go to a city.
Right. No,
Yeah,
that it would just change our travel time from weeks to maybe a day or days.
I think we're better with the druids.
I agree.
More likely to surprise him.
What do you all think?
I have nothing against going to the druids.
Levi?
I'm kind of reluctant because, well, Push was the druids, so I'm kind of reluctant.
I mean, I don't think you can blame all druids unless they're all in on a secret cabal.
I mean, they may be.
Which then we might need to just kill all the druids anyway.
Okay.
I
So,
really, really hope we don't.
I'll preemptively bring some fire starters.
No, don't.
Just in case. Just in case.
Meepo.
Just in case.
Yeah, but Meepo, they didn't let you in the tree because you kept thinking about fire. It's like that's
Just in case. We're not going to talk to the tree. We're talking to the druids.
But what if the druids are in the tree?
Then they'll have to come out and meet us.
Okay. Katia finishes her breakfast. Y'all ready?
What are we
I believe
doing?
I am.
I thought we agreed to go to the druids.
I thought
Yes.
we were just talking about the druids.
Okay. Okay, let's fine. Let's make a decision then.
My vote is not to go to the druids.
Okay.
What? You rather
So-
go to the White Spire?
No, I think we should just live our happy lives away from dragons.
But okay, what if okay, but what if Push isn't a dragon? Should we then go deal with Push?
Well, I know you were kind of being pushed over the edge, but scales and wings and all that look like dragons.
Yes. Okay.
Well, he's just a dude turning into a dragon, maybe.
You-
Maybe.
So he's half. What?
No, he's just like a LARPing Scaly.
What's a LARPing?
Live action role. He's just pretending to be a dragon.
How do you pretend to be a dragon when you look like one? Did
It's
he all
magic.
of a sudden
Does
jump out of a
spells,
suit?
spells polymorph?
There's magic that yeah, no, remember that one time that you turned Meepo into a giant ape?
Yeah, well, I turned
People
him
can
into
turn
a giant
into
ape.
things.
I didn't turn myself into a dragon.
He did.
It's roughly the same thing. I think he's just better at transformations than you are, Levi.
Oh, I see. I see how it is. I will go with whatever the vote says.
Okay. Click Oliver, Levi. I mean Meepo,
Druids.
druids. Okay.
Kat, do you have an opinion as well?
I'm a bit upset, because we've seen Push around a lot, and I trusted him, and I don't know, it's kind of turned my world up a little bit.
You trust too easily.
Yeah, that's what it feels like.
You just need to stop caring what other people think. Life is so much more freeing when you no longer care about how you affect other people.
Yeah, that's how you. That doesn't. That's not how society works.
But it's how you should work.
I don't like it.
You'll grow to.
Okay. Sounds like the votes are druids. Let's go.
All right.
And
Hi-ho,
you
hey,
know
it's off
that
to the
Levi will
druid I
be the
go.
last in the line.
Okay. Uh, walking through the city now, as the soldiers have marched out yesterday, the city is comparatively dead silent. It's like, there's still people walking around. This is a populated city, but the constant patrols, the blacksmiths doing last minute armor and weapon repairs, even the merchants that have basically run out of stock trying to set up this army. Everything's just kind of like is eerily quiet. As you make your way to the Concord. Perception checks, everybody.
Okay.
Find my perception score.
Man,
Where's my perception?
+9.
that's a 12 for me.
19.
I don't know how I did so bad, but I got a 10.
15 for Oliver.
Okay.
Even though I'm the one that's
Oh, wait.
mostly on edge.
19 for Oliver. Sorry, I forgot to add the bonus.
Okay. 19 being the highest, right?
Yep.
Oliver, you are the first to spot.
No, I got a 19 too.
Oh. Meepo and Oliver. Sorry. The 2 plus 9 threw me.
Reliable talent.
Yeah. So Meepo and Oliver, the first thing that you notice is that the oak tree, where the leaves had turned pink slightly, and you guys were not able to see it yesterday, and only Click was able to see it. As like the canopy on the outside of the tree is still green, but as you as the branches and stuff recede back to the trunk, there's a definite color gradient as they go from that healthy green to that beautiful pink and rounded. It appears that as if overnight, whatever infection or what have you has started to spread more rapidly. You two are the first to notice this, but everyone else eventually gets clued into it. Also, the other people, what they noticed first isn't the
Most dating app is just a beauty.
what lost my train of thought. What the other people notice first is that the energy in this glade has changed drastically. Whereas yesterday there were small children playing with squirrels and people sleeping and just a general lively attitude. You don't see anybody outside right now. And whereas there was a gentle breeze yesterday, the wind has died down and is still in this area.
Hmm.
Dipping my
You guys
torch,
noticing this?
dipping my torch in oil. Ready to burn that damn tree down.
Please don't burn down the tree, Meepo.
It's an evil tree.
It is.
Meeple,
We don't know.
I support you now burning the tree down.
No. Oh,
I am definitely not for burning down the tree.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Click. Thank you. I don't think we should burn down the tree because there are druids living in there, and if we commit arson, we may
Get your burn
also
too.
we will commit murder.
And do you think this is the first time we've killed someone?
Different circumstances, Meepo.
Is it really though?
So, you guys think it might be something to do with the water?
I don't know. Katya says,
Stupid blight again.
Meepo is where I'm leading to. I think it's some kind of blight. You weren't with us at the time, but in the high forest, there was a single tree that had pink leaves, and it reminded me more of a weeping willow, though, and it would grow these pods, and it seemed to suck all the life from the surrounding area, and it caused some orcs to move down south, and that was what got us interested in the area in the first place. I think this tree is affected by something similar.
Burn it down.
So, is this blight you guys experienced before magical in nature, or not like biological?
Those stupid stones.
It wasn't a stone for the tree in the high forest. We found a stone inside of a black dragon in a swamp, and that caused a giant mushroom to grow.
You guys did a what and found a what that made a what?
Okay, so we got a lot to catch you up on, Oliver.
No, that's not the point. I mean, the fact that the statement of we found a stone in a black dragon that caused a giant mushroom to grow.
Yes, okay.
You got to understand, where I come from, you don't necessarily see these type of things happening. What have you guys really been doing?
That time we were helping out a friend who we found inside of a small folk slavery trafficking ring.
Stopping the race war and that sort of thing.
Let's just say we've been through a lot.
Yeah, sounds like it.
Yeah. So to give more context, we were helping a friend who lived by the swamp. The swamp had some kind of blight going on to it. We kept traveling towards the center of the swamp trying to find the source of the blight. When we got to what we thought was the center, we found this gigantic mushroom. It was surrounded by this yellow-green fog. I walked into it. I passed out. Levi had to come rescue me. We were able to destroy the mushroom, and eventually the yellow fog went away. We found some sleeping trolls in there. Once the mushroom was growing out of the corpse of a black dragon, and inside the black dragon was a Mythalar.
Yep.
Now, is that the same one we're chasing now?
It was a different Mythalar. This one was green, about the size of a in-universe soccer ball.
Much smaller. This is a big Mythalar.
Yeah, the one we found in the center of the Anarok Desert. That one was huge, roughly the in-universe size of a novelty beach ball.
Which makes it impressive that Meeple was able to hand it to the dragon.
It was surprisingly light. And I always
Bigger
pictured
than Meeple.
I always pictured Meepo just kind of like rolling it like a boulder.
Sisyphus here.
Yeah.
Roll
So I don't know if there's going to be a Mythalar in the tree. I didn't sense one yesterday after Push left. I think Push had one on him, but we didn't see it under his coat. Oh, Levi, I only saw it for a second, but did you get a good look at it at the spear? It was quite unique.
Not really. I was kind of running away, trying to save you.
Okay, that's fair. I appreciate you saving me. I just recall it being like a red short spear. I've never seen a red jeweled short spear like that. Okay, who wants to go first into the tree? I'm still kind of white from yesterday.
Will it let me in this time?
What's on your mind right now, Meepo?
Not a lot.
I'm just I think they said don't even joke about burning down the tree because then the tree will think you're being literal and won't let you inside.
Understood. No joking about burning down the tree.
Katia gives you a look, insight check. Are you telling the truth or are you being coy? So it's like I'm not gonna joke about it. I'm gonna do it.
Definitely not joking about burning down the tree. Dips stick in oil. Dips rag in oil.
Okay. So as the party tries to approach the tree, Meepo is once again weaving his way through the tunnel and finds himself on the outside again. Everyone else looking around on the inside of the tree, you see there's like activity towards the very top. You can tell because as the people move around, they are hitting on the glowing moss, causing it to light up. And you also notice that Meepo is not with you.
Where'd Meepo go?
I bet he's outside.
Well, I would have been behind everybody, so would I still be out with Meepo?
Yeah, I was assuming that the party had tried to move in together.
Oh, I would have stuck with. I would have stuck behind everybody.
Okay. Being the last one, yeah, that's the weird part. Being the last one to go through the tree, you would expect to find everyone on the other side, but Meepo's not there.
So we kind of went through the entrance, and all of a sudden, Meepo
But
wasn't there.
yeah, having to step through the roots, you you temporarily lost sight of the rest of the party as you were stepping through the roots, making your way to the center.
Mm-hmm.
You were able to follow a path of least resistance, but it appears that Meepo somehow got lost in the roots.
I would have turned
the
around
path
and
of
went
most
back to look for
resistance.
him.
Okay, going back to look for him, you again find a path through the roots, and you're on the outside with Meepo.
And I said, Meepo, what happened?
I don't know. What if I follow the path of most resistance?
What did you do?
Literally nothing.
And then I hand him a match. And
What
smile.
should I do with this? Whatever should I possibly do with this match?
I'm not saying to do anything.
Proceeds to douse rag with fuel.
Please do not set the tree on fire.
You're not
What
there.
are you,
You
my
can't
mother?
say anything.
I shall patiently wait. Or I could try and go in again, but like I said, I'll just follow the path of most resistance. Instead of least resistance, though.
Following the path of most resistance, you hit your head on a root.
I proceed further.
And you hit your head on another root until eventually you come outside.
What?
Meepo, make a perception check.
It's at least a 19. 20.
Meepo, looking back, you think you can see movement among the roots, and you recall as you were stepping through the roots that you could hear creaking and moving.
Well, what if I climbed up the tree?
Hmm.
What if I drove through the tree? Do I have an axe? Probably not.
I don't think you do.
I'd hack my way through the roots. But, you know, if I ain't going in, I ain't going in. I have to think. You can come
You
back
hear
to
you hear Kat's voice through the roots. Meepo, just put down the matches.
Sure, I put down the matches.
Okay.
Wait, what if I just carry the matches but I just followed her voice?
You bump your head a bunch and then eventually end up outside again.
But I follow her voice and she keeps yelling. Tell her to keep yelling after me and following the direction of her voice. How can I be led around if I'm always going towards the same direction?
That's what you think is happening.
What?
It's like
What in the Sam hell?
here.
It's nonsense.
Do you actually put down the matches? Because I may have misunderstood you.
At first, no. I
Okay.
just wanted to see if I could get away with just following the voice, so I'm always going in the same direction. Therefore, not being led astray.
It's strange. It's like every time that you think that you're moving closer to the center while you're still holding on to the matches in the intent to burn, it's like there's always a wall directly in front of you in the point of her voice. So you try to like go to the side and around the wall, and you can eventually you spiral out towards the outside.
Fine, damn, I put down the damn matches.
Okay. You put down the matches and you try again?
Sure.
Okay. Proceeding forward without the intent to burn. It's it only takes a few brief steps, as almost it seems the roots part way to let you inside.
Okay. I eventually meet up with everyone else.
You meet up with everyone else.
Well, you don't smell like smoke. That's a good sign.
Hey, Cat,
Indeed.
yeah?
Yeah.
I want to start a fire with just like some twigs and wood. You know, like a survival fire.
You hear the tree creak and groan.
I'm joking. You stupid tree.
There's this rustle of insect wings starts to fill the inside of the tree trunk. As this angry buzzing gets louder and louder.
I told you, I'm joking. I'm just screwing with you. I start any smoke, you can throw me out or do whatever you want, Mr. Tree, okay?
I step away from Meepo.
Same.
If any smoke starts to get generated by me, you can go ahead and throw me out. Do whatever you need.
The insect buzzing dies down, but there's still like this inherent staleness to the air that wasn't there before.
Your sense of humor.
Meepo, you are inside this massive tree trunk with a spiraling ramp along the inside, illuminated by this brilliant green moss. It's like it's such a strange feeling for you because being an underground creature, you have never seen some place so dark above ground, but at the same time so bright.
I wonder if this universe has an equivalent of Spike 80 DF.
I don't know what that is.
Herbicide. the thing that kills trees.
Yeah. Assuming you guys spiral up the column, looking for who is in charge, you get weird looks from people behind beaded curtains as they don't approach you. In fact, they kind of cower. You hear rustling and stuff. It's almost as if like there's people are moving in a hurry, but they are trying to get around you without interacting with you. The first encounter you actually have is this dwarf character. He's got his beard is braided, but it seems to be held in place with like woven wreaths made of twig saplings. Who's there? It's like we don't recognize you.
Levi goes into an aggressive stance. Not
He
ready
also
to attack.
goes into an aggressive stance.
I step in and say, "There's no need for that. I'm sure we can be civil."
Give me your names.
I'm Click. One of
Rogue.
them is Meepo. The
Cat-
other is Levi.
Katya says, Katya Desverovna. It's like I was here yesterday. It's like I was here before Push ran away.
I wasn't allowed inside.
Hearing that, the dwarf gives Meepo a second glance.
Look, I'm inside now. I'm not inside this time.
What do you want? It's like we're kind of dealing with something here.
What are we dealing with?
What's going on?
You make an insight check as he narrows his eyes, looking at all of you.
Okay, this one I'm good at.
22.
Crap, I rolled a 9. That's a 17.
That's not bad. Okay, with a 17, Click is able to tell that he does not trust you guys. He is not. This is the first time you've met this dwarf. With a 21 and a 22, it's like he looks very stressed out and unsure. Like he looks like he's in need of help, but he doesn't know who he can trust. And now he's got these strangers inside of his house, basically. It's like he needs to know, how can you guys be helpful?
We can't.
Well, I guess we can't. Let's turn around, guys.
Well,
I mean,
it's weird that
we
anybody else
are-
would be listening to me.
What?
I turn to him. We are skilled adventurers. We have lots of experience. In
Katya,
dealing with circumstances of all kinds.
Katya says, we've seen this kind of infection before.
Is it terminal?
Make a persuasion roll with advantage. Click.
Persuasion with advantage.
Yep.
Okay. Not so good at this one. And I rolled 2 14s. So that's a total of 16.
His eyes soften slightly. You've seen this before. Where?
Even though I asked Chris to remember, I'm sure Click does. So Click is going to go ahead and recount.
The High
Uh,
Forest.
Yes.
Yeah. The High Forest, we were sent there on a job to see why the orcs had been moving south. There was a sick tree. It was starting to look like yours. You better come with me then. It's like Aurora would want to talk to you. And then Kathy goes, Aurora, that's who they said would talk to yesterday. Now I remember. All right. So the dwarf character walks you up further and further up the ramp, and as you get to the top, you see this wood elf woman. She has like straight black hair that is flowing right down to the small of her back, and she seems to be intently focused on on one of these branches that seems to have yellowed and developed these pink leaves. Looking at her, you can tell that she is exerting herself as you can see the magical energy flowing from her arms and down into the tree. As she finishes an incantation, she stands up and wipes some sweat from her brow and turns to you. Roxiu, who are these people? Who are you? Okay, it's like you can introduce yourselves as well.
Well, I'm Click. This is Kat. That is Levi. That is Meepo. And Oliver.
Hello.
Hello. It's like, can you help me, or are you wasting my time? It's like,
Well, I mean, maybe we could help you.
Well, it depends. How much you know of Push the dragon?
push. Oh, we've got a lot to talk about if we need to talk about Push. She wipes the sweat from her forehead and then, God damn it!
Yeah, well, he tried to
Grab,
kill.
grab a seat and
Story time.
story time, and we'll stop it right there.